Hello everybody and welcome back to News Review. So first off we have a new Nightmare stage and a new Nightmare card. So there are the enemy skills, you can pause and read that if you want. And this is the card. The leader skill is usable, I think, but I don't recommend that really, because I don't think it's particularly good, but you can pause if you want to read that. And then there's a nice bonus damage on the team skill, and as a member I think this card is really nice because it has a ton of effects. So Light God CD10. So this skill can be activated if the enemy is not a god, which is a pretty minor limitation I think. So stat clear. Presently stat clears for light, there are only these 5, and yes, 2 of them are gods, but I think it's still a good card to have. And then for the second part, restoring all runestones to normal state, again a really good skill. And then the third point is more of a niche skill. You control the enemy, you reduce its attack to 1, adding the deducted attack to the character's attack, and then no attacks could be launched by other members, so it's a sort of self multiplier. It's okay. I mean, the trade-off for this is fine, because if you have a high attack enemy, that you could do that as well, but it's not something particularly outstanding. Point 4 is also not something particularly outstanding. 12 second movement time, that's fine. And point 5 is the dodgy effect, which I noticed I used to call the aqua effect, and before that it was the fuchsia's effect, but oh well, times change. I rate the card. You could probably fully farm it with stamina cans, depending on how hard the stage ends up being, but I do recommend you farm this guy. Probably good once he finds a leader, a light god leader, or just a light leader in general. You could use him as Xiangyu, but it's debatable whether he's better than other light cards in particular. But yeah, just a card with this many effects, you probably won't regret having him in your back pocket. Okay, next. Red Army PR. So, team skill of Red Army. You've seen this before. You have a region of the Red Army, and you have an attack boost when you dissolve within that. And then, first off, we have info on Cao Cao. So the leader skill is times 5 attack boost, times 1.4 HP and recovery, extend runestone movement time regardless by 1 second, and times 3.5 maximum attack boost for more groups of 5 runestones. His team skill is turn runestones into 5 runestones in the 4 corners, and an undying effect, an ignore burning effect, and fire has the effect of others, and the team skills of Red Army area. So let's look at his active skill finally. CD6, turn 8 runestones at fixed positions into enchant 5 runestones, 10 second movement time, and an extra attack boost. So that's it for him, and I think that he's at the present moment not worth a 10% jackpot. Why? Because there's just a better leader. It's Eve. So you have a better leader skill, which is team attack times 6, HP times 2. Compare that to the multiplier up here. Yes, the Eve's multiplier is slightly lower at a base point, but the 0.6 times on the HP is something that Cao Cao doesn't have, And moreover, his team skill, although it incorporates some new elements such as undying and ignore burning, this point especially, he's built for a rainbow demon sort of team, and Eve is a rainbow demon leader already. And even though these skills are probably pretty handy in just intrinsically solving shields, this skill right here, the turning the formations in four corners into enchanted fire, and is active as well, turning 8 fixed positions into enchanted fire runestones. It's just sort of hard to work with because you convert parts of the board that you can't necessarily control. They're not at random positions, but you can't sort of engineer runestones to be where you want them to be to ensure that you can crack the next shield that's coming up. And yeah, this can it can destroy the board, or destroy the board that you want. So yeah, if you don't have Eve, you can consider him. As I said, his attack multiplier is higher than Eve, and he can borrow cards that are not demons from Red Army. And yeah, but if you do have Eve, I don't think you need to train him, because as a member, this is just not good enough. Alright, next card, Taiwan Z. Same thing for the active as before, except you have this is actually a full board conversion. This is very confusing. In the demonstration video, which I'll show you later, it actually, the first point activates and then the second point activates, so you explode all of them, drop this water, fire, and earth, and then enchants and humanifies the whole board, which is a pretty, I think, pretty large. I mean, it's a larger attack boost from before, and you also have the whole board enchanted, so you can solve some more shields now. And I think previously it was an even longer CD. CD5 is really short and pretty good, so I rank that, it is worth 5 diamonds. Just a good utility card overall. You have of course, you have water cards that are water, fire, earth converters already, but the advantages of Taiwan Z is that you can explode light and dark, so with the anti-convert stuff becoming a bit more popular, that's just an alternative choice that you would like to have. And last thing, Ultimate Stage, new Ultimate Stage card. So I realized I put this in the wrong section. Fantastic. I will see you in 2 seconds when I fix this. Yes, so CD6, Earth Human. When there are more than 3 attributes in the team, explode the full board to generate instances of team members' attributes, so this is pretty random. And when there are 3 or more attributes and 2 or more races in the team, the first batch of fire, earth, and dark can be dissolved by aligning 2 or more. So I think this is obviously a card for Xiangyu, because you can achieve this very easily. He's a multi-attribute rainbow leader, so it's that, but honestly, compared to Shiryu and just Tonghu from Saint Seiya, this effect is just inferior. This is a unique point, the 2 dissolve, but Xiangyu doesn't need 2 dissolve. He has tons and tons of combos. So my rating is get 1. I mean, you would likely not utilize this, but yeah, just get 1. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'll show the video. Alright, so an interesting point here is that they can crack this, shield that's that needs you to put a control effect on the enemy. You can see that on the enemy's top left. So that's a thing that this active can do, which is a good thing to keep in mind as well. You can see that the final damage here with a ton of light rune stones and one more set of light rune stones, that's 7 combos. So that isn't bad damage with 3.75 bill, 3.76 if we're being, rounding precise. But yeah, that's pretty good. There's no Easter egg in this video, but yeah, it's a good card. And in here you have Cao being a leader. You can, this after they activate Taiwan Z, and then you end up with this kind of board. You can solve the enchanted tricolor shield, and if you use Cao Cao as a leader, yes, this guy is useful because you can get to higher combos, although it's very hard to separate stuff here. Or it's very confusing rather, because you have fire and earth, but then water can't be dissolved, too dissolved. So you have the final damage being 7.23 bill, 7.24 bill. That's pretty good. And the final Easter egg for this, as there is an Easter egg in this one. Yes, it's Chronos Gate. Wow, that's a thing I didn't expect to say ever again. If you don't know, Chronos Gate is an old Mad Head game that closed down. So the 5 characters from that are coming, I think, in their own seal. Or it would be pretty disappointing if they're not. I don't know. There are 5 of them, and they're usually 8 cards in a seal. But if they're, I just don't want them to be bi-weeklies, is what I'm saying. And also, there's this card, Void of the Realm, in Void of the Realm that we can get. And if I remember correctly, it's Dark Elf or Dark Demon. And yeah, that'll be interesting to see what the skill is. Alright, that's it for today's news review. If you liked it, give a like. If you like my content, subscribe, and yeah, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.